Hey guys, so I'm back with another SpongeBob related video. If you didn't see my last one, I recreated a few of Squidward's art pieces. I did 2 paintings and a sculpture, and in today's video I am doing an oil painting. This is artwork I did for a SpongeBob fanzine, and it is to celebrate 20 years of SpongeBob because May 1st was the 20th anniversary of the first episode airing, and it is to raise money for the ALS Association in memory of Steven Hillenburg. So us artists, we're not being paid to do this, we're volunteering to do this for charity because all the profit is going to the ALS Association, so it's a super good cause. And I am just so excited to be a part of this, and I'm excited to actually see everything in person because there are so many goodies with this. First of all, there are 150 artists involved in this, so it's going to be jam-packed with tons of SpongeBob art. I've seen people's work in progress pictures and final pictures for some of them even on our Discord chat, and I'm like, oh my god, everyone is so talented. I feel like mine's going to be so crappy compared to everyone else's. You can get everything from just a PDF version of the book to a physical copy with all kinds of extra goodies. I'll just list off what some of the extra goodies are. So for example, the Best Friends Forever bundle, which is super limited, has 1 physical copy of the zine, a PDF download of the zine, 2 holographic Welcome to Bikini Bottom and Howdy from Texas postcards. There are a total of 3 sticker sets. There are 2 iron-on patches, and then there is a limited Best Friends Forever enamel pin. So if you get the Best Friends Forever bundle, which is the biggest, you get everything I just listed off, and that one's pretty limited. It says here there's only 100. So if you're interested in that one, hurry up and get on that. I like the names of the bundles here. There's the Pipsqueak Patty, Krabby Double Deluxe, Krabby Patty with Cheese, Triple Krabby Supreme, and then the Best Friends Forever bundle. Oh, I love it. Oh, I just love SpongeBob so much. I'm so giddy just to be a part of this. I'm like, oh. Yes, this is being filmed the same day as my drinking stream, and no, I have not started drinking yet. That huge Best Friends Forever bundle is only $50. Like, that's a steal. Oh my god, that's a steal. Okay, sorry, I'm just oohing and awing over all of this. Okay. I'm just very grateful to be a part of it, and thank you to the people working on the zine, getting it all organized and put together. Thank you for all the work you're putting into this because it's gonna be so good. I'll have a link down below to where you can pick up the zine. If you missed out on my SpongeBob prints that I sold last year that were also for the ALS Association, then now's your chance to get more SpongeBob goodies, and it's for charity. So let me talk about the art for a second. I thought it would be a good idea to do an oil painting. And I don't necessarily regret it because I love looking at the final result. I'm like, ooh, this is nice, cool. It's like a big painting. Well, big for my standards. And it looks cool when you see it at its full size, but I feel like printed in the zine it's not going to look as cool because even my digital file doesn't look as cool as the original. You can't see as many of the paint strokes. It just looks more like a very simple digital illustration. I don't know. And I'm curious to see how it'll print because the RGB file was nice and vibrant just like the actual painting is, but the CMYK file just looked so much more dull. And mostly for the gradient in the back, it didn't look like a turquoise at the top, it looked more blue, and I'm like, But yeah, I just feel like mine's not gonna look as cool as everyone else's because everyone's doing these super cool digital paintings, and I'm like, maybe I should have done mine digitally. Or maybe I could have gotten more adventurous with the colors, but I just didn't want things to start getting too muddy. Like maybe if I did art that was more zoomed in on a character, I'd feel more comfortable getting more crazy with it, but I did a bunch of small characters, and so I didn't want to get too crazy with it. Like, I'm still pretty new to painting, and it was just too intimidating trying to get in too many details when they're drawn that small and getting adventurous with the shading and the colors and stuff like that. And I just wanted it to stay very bright, so I was scared to add too much. Also, I should mention, this specific piece of art is themed after the episode The Sponge Who Could Fly, because we all got assigned either an episode or like a scene from the musical, stuff like that, and I got assigned The Sponge Who Could Fly, and oh my god, you guys, this is like in my top 5 episodes. I don't know if I have a specific #1 episode. This might be it. I don't know. I would say my top ones are The Sponge Who Could Fly, Graveyard Shift, Dying for Pie, and Band Geeks. What one's my other one in my top 5? I don't know. But those are the ones that come to mind first, I guess. I've seen The Sponge You Could Fly so many times. I know all the songs by heart because it's a musical episode. There are 3 songs in it and I love singing it all the time. It's an interesting episode because it's an 11-minute episode, but it takes up the full 22 minutes because they have extra bits at the beginning and end with Patchy the Pirate. And he is played by Tom Kenny, who also voices SpongeBob. So he's a pirate character, like a real life human character. It's live action. And there's this puppet parrot named Potty who's there. And they make multiple appearances throughout various episodes, but they're in this one. So it starts off with this lost episode being found. And I don't want to go through all the patchy details, but he has to locate the lost episode and then he watches it. And the lost episode is called The Sponge Who Could Fly. And in this episode, SpongeBob wants to fly with the jellyfish, but he can't, which is funny because like, flying really just means swimming. But based on the physics of the SpongeBob universe, the fish don't swim. They're just there on the seafloor. And so any swimming is considered flying, like the jellyfish fly. I don't know. It's confusing. SpongeBob has confusing physics, but let's just not overthink it. So yeah, SpongeBob wants to fly with the jellyfish, and so he starts building all these different contraptions to try to fly. So first he builds an airplane, which makes the most logical sense, but it ends up crashing and he moves on to another idea. His other ideas included a wingsuit, this pleather wingsuit with the tight butt cheeks. He also had a lawn chair with balloons tied to it, but he removed the brick and the lawn chair just floated away. He also attached himself to a kite and had Patrick pull the kite with a bicycle, but none of his ideas worked, and ultimately he was a failure, and he ended up falling into this big tub of tar and then feathers, and he had to go clean himself up. So he's at home, he took a shower, and he was blow drying his hair, but he got a phone call, so he puts the hairdryer in his pants, and the hairdryer inflates his pants and makes him able to fly. So finally, by accident, he's able to fly. And he goes around doing good deeds for people, like Mrs. Puff's snail was stuck up a tree and he saved the snail. Little tasks like that, helping people out, but soon they start abusing his powers and they get him to just do all these stupid mundane tasks and he just becomes like a servant. And the whole point of this was he wanted to fly with a jellyfish, but here he is doing stupid favors like massaging people's scalps and balancing their checkbooks and stuff like that. Everyone gets mad at him for not helping. He gets shot down. His pants are ruined. And no one cares about SpongeBob. They're only sad about the pants. And SpongeBob walks away defeated. And his jellyfish friends all come together and scoop him up and help him fly. And he sings his final song. You don't need a plane to fly. Plastic wings may make you cry. Kites are made for windy days. Launch it with balloons. Fly away, inflatable pants. You may as well skip if you want to fly. All you need is friendship. Yeah. Now I just want to sing all the songs, but I'll save it for the live streams. Okay. It's just such a good one. Ugh, has such a special place in my heart. So I included his various flying contraptions in this because I thought that made sense. And I put them on a swerving rainbow road of sorts because there are rainbows featured a couple times in the episode when SpongeBob's flying and there's a rainbow coming out. And during one of those times, these little snowflake looking things are coming out of his butt and a kid sticks his tongue out and is like... Can you tell I'm passionate about this episode? I was using this short white rod as a maul stick for a while, and it was too short to reach across the full painting, so later on I went downstairs and I grabbed a wiener roasting stick. We have these telescopic wiener roasting sticks, so they pull out to be long, and that was so perfect. I'm going to use that for all my paintings going forward. You set it on the edge of the canvas and then rest your hand on it so that your hand can stay steady because it's hard to do small details with your hand just floating, especially with a paintbrush. You're not holding it right in front of the bristles. It's really hard to do very fine details unless you have a crazy steady hand. So that's what that type of thing is for. And I really needed that, especially with doing outlines on this, like doing a style with outlines. I don't know why I keep torturing myself with this when I do my oil paintings, because the last one I did was like that too. I'm like, okay, I need to do an oil painting that focuses less heavily on the outlines, or if there are outlines, they're kind of just loose and messy because, girl, precise line art with oil painting, it'll drive you crazy. I'm still happy overall with how mine turned out. It's kind of plain color-wise, but it's still cute. Keep looking over my shoulder to look at it. It's nice and bright, which I like. But yes, final thoughts. I'm very honored to be part of this project, and I'll have links down below, so definitely check it out if you want to get your hands on this zine, because it's now or never. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And go watch the Squidward video if you haven't seen it yet. That one turned out really well. It was real-time talking as I was working on stuff, and it turned out well. Okay,